I'm going to present a fascinating and interesting topic from this ethics, role of emotion in moral judgment. Moral judgment means evaluating actions as good or bad. This assessment will be doing in our day-to-day life, let's say from our personal choices, others for the societal issues. But the question what arises is, how do we come to this judgment? Moral judgment determines right or wrong. It is for centuries. It is traditionally used as rational process. Thinkers believe that to be moral, we should set our emotions aside and seek through directive principles and also through reason. So we get back to our central question: are moral decisions guided by reason or emotion? So before diving into the philosophical debate, let's have a look at our key players, which are emotions, types of moral emotion. Empathy. This is the ability to understand and see through others' perspective. Empathy helps us to help others in distress and also to understand more about our fellow beings. And next comes guilt. Guilt is this emotion is based on a specific action. So it promotes moral repair, and it also helps to confess the mistakes what one person has done. And next is shame. Unlike guilt, shame is little related to oneself. It regulates behavior socially in a way like it helps us to acknowledge the mistakes what we have been doing, or else like a person has been doing. And next is anger. Moral anger, it motivates justice and condemnation. So basically, with anger, we can fight this injustice. So let's get back to our philosophical debate, that is traditional view. In this traditional view, majorly it is advocated by Kant. So morality arises from reason and duty, not emotion. So emotions are unreliable and moral is universal. So according to Kant, this traditional view he has argued that emotions are unreliable because if we go through, let's say, if we have to go through this traditional view,
Guys,
they are unreliable because if we really depend on emotions, it changes from moment to moment and person to person. So the morality doesn't come. Example, helping others because it's your duty, not for pleasure. Example, you should help others because it's your duty, not for pleasure. If you are doing it for pleasure, then Kant argues that the whole idea of so if you are doing it for pleasure, then it doesn't match this whole sense of morality. So next comes the one contradicting it is emotionalist view, and the major thinkers in this are David Hume and Anderson. So according to Hume, reason is a slave for passion. So according to Hume's central claim, Hume argued that both distinctions come from feelings or disapproval. So this quote says that it helps us to figure out how to achieve a goal, but it cannot tell us what our ultimate goals are. Our desires and emotions, but patterns will drive moral motivation. So next comes we have seen what it is to have a rational view and also emotional view. So now we'll try to get back. What is the best way to counter this? So to counter this, we'll try to overlook what we have discussed further, what we have discussed till now. So basically we have discussed that uh, emotional side, like if you are judging others, so according to him you are trying to make judgments based on emotions, and the other side is reason. So you need to have a proper reason to make judgment. Now here comes the balance part. So the balance part includes emotion and reason. So emotion provides motivation and also immediacy. So which basically means you'll trust your gut feeling and you'll act immediately based on the current causes. So it will help to act immediately. And next comes the reason. This brings back to this uh, like will bring back to the situation, and rather than going more into the emotion, it gives this reflection and universality. So basically, it helps us to guide through moral systems. And to summarize this, the best example happens to be moral outrage. Let's say there's some injustice happening, so we have to act immediately. We have to act immediately, which happens to be a moral outrage with the fairness, which means like seeking principles through fairness. Uh, for whatever we have discussed, we'll just add up to this. Uh, According to Plato, in his book Republic, he has described this as reason as a ruler. So reason must control according to Plato, reason must control emotions for moral order. So he is more on this traditional view where reason should be first and should subordinate the emotions. And according to Hume, emotions are, as we have discussed, emotions are moral guide. So reason is a slave for the passions. So which basically means reason is able to with reason we can able to decide what the problem is, but to have a moral judgment we need emotion. And according to Kant, reason is a moral wrongdoer. So Plato and Kant's perspectives are similar. So they are both oppose the emotions part. And here comes Aristotle's part, where he finds a balance between reason and emotion. So according to him, virtue lies in balance and feels rightly and think rightly. So basically, to describe Aristotle's view, I've come up with this quote. Anyone can become angry, that is easy. But to be angry with the right person, to the right degree, for the right purpose and in the right way is not easy. So basically, it means Aristotle is not suppressing the anger, but he is basically trying to do it in the right way, for the right purpose, and also for to the right degree. So to have controlled emotions, to have controlled emotions with a proper reason. So these are my references.